peeps. I had seen yo, I was watching those parole board when they come up for parole. They be having them too when you come up to get pardoned. But I've been checking out the ones where it's easy to get in trouble and hard to get out. Youngsters, the youth out there, it's easy to get in trouble and hard to get the fuck out. You heard? Facts. You got down there jump through hoops to get the fuck out. Once you get in. Once you in the system. Know what I mean? Grown men been in there since they was adolescents. 16, shit like that. All types of stuff, y'all. All types of stuff, y'all. You know what I mean? So, youngsters, it's not even worth it. Because it's easy to get influenced on doing something negative, and it's hard to get the fuck out. I'm watching them different cases of those brothers, red, white, blue, green, black, whatever you consider. All look the same, but they coming up for parole. You got 3 parole people that sit on the board. That's making a decision. Should you go home or should you stay locked up? I mean, stories I heard of the parole board shooting people down 2-3 times. Because once again, once you in that system, you gotta follow their rules and regulations. So they got programs in those institutes that you're supposed to abide by. Helps your time go quicker. And to make it look good when you come up to the parole. When you come up to the parole board, it'll look good. So, different cases, people coming up. One brother this morning, had his head on his shoulders, but got caught up with what we discussed yesterday. He was in an apartment complex with his old lady, and a few men came up disrespecting his old lady and his daughter, 1-year-old daughter. He had the Roscoe on him. He ain't run back and retrieve it, or none of that. He had the Roscoe on him. They was threatening his lady life and her daughter life. Daughter was 1 year old. He the boyfriend. What we talked about yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. What can cause you your life? But back to the story. He came up for parole this morning. Head on his shoulders. Did all the programs. You can tell he was intelligent. Got caught up in feelers. Got caught up in feelers. Emotional. Right? Emotional. His old lady being threatened by some other men. He pulled a Roscoe out, lay one of them down. Got locked up. Nah, man. But anyway, he was good. He was intelligent, very respectful to the board. Know what I mean? Yes, sir, no, ma'am. If he would have completed that one program that they had that they didn't have though, that work release program. I think the prison's starting to get that back in the jails. If he would have completed that program, they would have paroled him. They would have paroled him. So they said, look, next time you come back and you completed that program, it's going to look different for you. I mean, that program like a year. So you got to go back and sit down for another year, complete that program. Then he can put in for another hearing for the parole. But it didn't look good for him. He ain't got no write-ups and none of that shit. Got caught up in something, I mean, this girl, what we talked about yesterday. Your wife or your girlfriend and called you your life. You understand me? Check. That's a fact. Calls you your life. %100% fact, yo. But 2 families was lost, y'all. Understand me? Certain situations what we discussed yesterday in relationships. You can say what you ain't gonna do until it happen to you. Understand me? You can say what you ain't gonna do until it happen to you. In the spare of a moment type of shit. You know what I mean? Especially if you got that Roscoe already on you. Know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, you got that Roscoe on you. When you and wifey going through something, and she kick you out, and you even think wifey cheating, you stalking the crib with the Roscoe on. Facts. So it put people in certain situations. But anyway, youngsters, think about it, youngsters. Don't let no female get you caught up. Youngsters. At that point, you're running off emotions. Now, man, youngsters, running straight off emotions. And some type of pride. Now, man, you're gonna put pride in the way. You got something to prove. Now, man, it's like move on to live another life, to live another day. You hear me? Move on and live another day. You'll get over. I know it hurts in the beginning. In a relationship, when you're breaking up, your first love or second love, whatever the case might be. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. I forgot what R&B singer came up with can't eat, can't sleep type of shit. Stomach be fucked up. You just like, dang. It's a fucked up feeling. You know what I mean? Especially if y'all got like years in, like that's all y'all know is each other. Besides your family, but you know what I mean? Some people don't be having the other side of the family. You know what I mean? Some people don't have the other side. That's all they know is their girl or their boyfriend, because it work either way, ladies and gentlemen. Work hand in hand. You understand me? Chat. But youngsters, let's get back to that parole board thing. That's just what it is when you get locked the fuck up and they decide do you come home or not. Hold on. We back heathens. But like I said, y'all, youngsters, don't let them young girls get y'all caught up. But you got something to prove. Because guess what, youngsters? When you locked up, and you got them people judging you, dangling freedom over your head, are gonna be the ones that's gonna judge you to see if you come home or not. Guess what? That girl been out there smashing on you. Know what I mean? Might be in a whole nother relationship. Goes back to the conversation from yesterday, what we talked about. That a female know everything about you. And you come home, and you're getting put right back in a whole nother situation. Because you thought it was when you left. But it ain't. It's different now. She might even got a kid on you. Stay strong and keep it moving. You live to fight another day. You heard? Straight up. I be saying some of them dudes come up, I be seeing this, the scaredness in their eyes. Like, terrified. Shit they probably saying they never seen. Probably heard about it, but never seen it. You know what I mean? They like, please give me one more chance. Please give me one more chance. That's what they screaming. You know what I mean? But why go through all that? Why go through all that and put yourself and family and other people's family through the same fucking misery? You know what I mean? You begging for freedom. One dude, they be having write-ups and shit. Like when you lock down, they bring your write-ups to the parole. Like They already know. I mean, write-ups you got. You can't lie about the situation. You can try to make yourself look like you've been the best person in prison while you was there. But they got your write-ups and shit, your write-up slips that you might have got when you first got there, some shit like that. Frustrated, going through the years and shit. Frustrated. You know what I mean? Frustrated. Put in a situation. You know what I mean? It's easy to get put in a situation. You can go down just like that. Getting put in a situation. But anyway, youngsters, it's easy like that. Get caught up easy. It's easy to get in trouble and hard to get the fuck out. That's a fact. Get put in a situation over some tail. Is it worth it? One dude, like I said, y'all, he had them write-up slips. And shit. Who spoke for him? The warden spoke for him. The chief of the police up there spoke for him. The fire chief spoke for him. Everybody spoke for this dude. Know what I mean? But what was going on, them write-ups. He had one write-up. We had a couple write-ups, but they brought that shit up. They like, yeah, you had to write up? He like, nah. Dude, like, over some sugar. He like, oh yeah. Know what I mean? It was over some sugar and shit. The littlest things in life, y'all. Sugar. You getting rolled up for bringing sugar probably back to yourself. Sugar, y'all. Like I said, y'all, it's easy to get in trouble and hard to get out. But you gotta live by them rules and regulations when you locked down, right? I ain't even including the shit that take place inside them walls. You heard? The shit that take place inside the walls? That's a whole nother story. You see Tex on YouTube, he talk about it. There's a couple YouTubers that was locked up that talk about it. They got channels and shit. But Tex, 21 gun salute to Tex, because he got into it. He ain't hold no punches like the rest of these niggas be holding punches. He ain't hold no punches. He got directly into it. Talked about the punks and all that shit, y'all. Talked about the punks and all that. The motherfuckers y'all be looking up to. Come home, got the ladies and all that. Like, if he's a ladies man, the whole time he was messing with them little boys and shit. So, it's a lot of stories, ladies and gentlemen, that's out there. Trust me. Trust me. But the other boy that had I told y'all, the young boy, he was like, he got caught up in that situation with his old lady and the daughter. They told him, take that program and we guarantee you next time you see us, it'll be a different outcome. I mean, when you hear that, then you know you're on your way out them doors. You just gotta do what you gotta do behind them walls. Don't get caught up. Because the situation can happen behind them walls where you caught up in a situation. You understand what I'm saying, Pete? Youngsters, especially the youngsters that's out there. They might be telling you, oh man, come in, man, such and such up there, we get with such and such. Such and such ain't telling you what's going down up in there for real, for real. He ain't giving you the, he looking for some company at that point. He wants you to go through what he went through. You know what I mean? He ain't telling you that. He ain't telling you like my man did, sneaking sugar back to the goddamn cell. And the other dude I was telling y'all about, they got the write-up. He had a write-up too. The one dude had a write-up too. He had a write-up too. One dude did. His write-up, and they knew, the parole board knew. They said, yeah, you was in a some type of canteen scam. He was like, oh yeah. His people's, cause they all this is Zoom, y'all. His people's looking like, damn, they ain't know about that. So they, you know what I mean, brought it up at the parole board. Come the fuck on. Damn. But yeah, y'all. See, situations. But youngsters, not get caught up in the sting operation out here. Don't get caught up in the stink. You heard? It's easy to get caught up in the stink. Very easy to get caught up in the sting. Yeah, he had got caught up in the then he said his card or something like that, the bull or something ain't had the money or something on the card. So when he went to bust the move, hold on, y'all. We back, peoples, like we never left. You heard? We back like we never left. Youngsters, listen to me. It's easy to get caught up in the sting operation out here. Meaning your life. Especially behind some cheeks. Don't let them cheeks be your downfall. Because best to believe somebody got a story on you when you come out. When you come out them walls. Like the niggas that got locked up for this air. All the shit they went through and going through. And when they step out from behind them walls and they don't know nothing about none of this social media shit. This technology. Yeah. And they was behind them walls doing caveman activities. They're gonna be exposed. Like my man Texas said, he said, if I see any of them niggas that was up the way messing with them boys, he said, man, and they would have, I don't give a fuck who they would, he said. He said, I'm gonna expose them motherfuckers. Now, man, a couple motherfuckers said that shit. Y'all little secrets, man. Look, we in the world of social media. Gossip, goddammit. We in the world of motherfucking likes and views, goddammit. Likes and views, goddammit. That's the world we in. You know what I mean? Expose your whole hand, goddammit. So, I'ma tell you. What's in the dark, goddammit? Most definitely it come to the light. In the world we live in now, the social media world, whatever you had going on behind them walls, a nigga is on his way out every day that know you and know everything what you was into when you was locked up and expose that shit. To enlighten people is a good thing. It's not to put you on the spot. It's to enlighten people. It's to educate the peoples. Don't you make the decision for us. Let us make the decision. You understand me? That's what that lead back to. So I 21 gun salute text. I respect that. You know what I mean? That's keeping it all the way funky. Straight up, all the way funky.
The voice that was silenced every time you made yourself small for someone else's comfort. And now that your voice is back.
I got my motherfucking But I want to holler at the youngsters about it's easy to get in trouble, youngsters. And hard to get out. Trust me. You understand me, peeps? Jasmine Crockett, she getting her little ass in trouble like a motherfucker, y'all. She going against the grain, but she got that battery in her back, ladies and gentlemen. That's why she acting like that. Being funded by George Soros or Alex Soros. We did the homework on that, y'all. For those on it who didn't do it, it's already up on the channel. That's why she capping, and that's very disrespectful for her to
Sago Media. Sago Media.
Sago Media. It's Sago Media. Say S-A-Y Go Media. That's Tech's channel, y'all. Go over there and subscribe to his channel, y'all. From Philly. I think he into that battle rap world. But he got the prison stories for you. PA prison stories. You know what I mean? Keeping it a buck. Keeping it all the way funky. You understand me? Keeping it all the way funky. And that's what we're going to get back into, y'all. We're going to get back into that Chester versus North Philly. Because he had two parts of it. Let me see. That's the one. Let's check Tex out, y'all. Let's check him out, y'all. See what the good bruh talking about, y'all. But I already know what the good bruh talking about. You know what I mean?
Have your money on there. Huh? Ada Fayette, all of their own. Police Sergeant Stephen Lisbinski was gunned down on Saturday when he approached upon playing a gun being imposed on.
Philadelphia police are working on
From the years 2007 to 2009, Philadelphia was a war zone. Murder rate was sky high. Killings at that time were the highest they had been since the 90s. Shit was dark out this joint, you hear me? Babies crying, mamas grieving. Put pressure on city officials to do something to slow down the gun violence. Stop and frisk being the most notable police policy at that time, giving officers the right to pull up on you and pat you down without probable cause. Need I say, niggas was getting booked left and right with polls. But in my opinion, this also led to a slew of police slayings, with harsher sentences being imposed on convicted felons. In the land where everybody's a convicted felon, niggas wasn't going back.
For the 7th time in less than 3 years, a Philadelphia police officer has been killed in the line of duty. The latest killing happened Friday night outside this North Philadelphia mass transit station when Officer John Pulowski responded to a street fight.
Out of all the cop shooters in Philadelphia around this time, there was one in particular that would change everything. In May of 2008, 3 men, Eric Floyd, Lavon Warner, and Howard Kane, disguised in women's Islamic wear, attempted to rob the bank inside the ShopRite supermarket on Aramingo Avenue. Upon fleeing, a gunfight ensued, and Kane allegedly shot and killed Officer Stephen Libinsky as they were trying to escape. Kane was killed by Philadelphia PD a few blocks away from the incident. Warner was shot by police but survived to tell on Floyd. Floyd, the only assailant who managed to escape the scene, was on a run. A tri-state-wide manhunt ensued, lasting over a week. Tensions were high as Philadelphia police were grief-stricken after losing another officer. They was tearing shit up looking for Eric Floyd.
Philadelphia authorities say they're aggressively pursuing every lead they get about a man they believe murdered one of their own. Police Sergeant Stephen Libinsky was gunned down on Saturday when he approached 3 men who allegedly had just robbed a bank inside this grocery store. One suspect was killed by police, another was taken into custody and charged with murder and robbery. The third suspect, Eric Floyd, is still on the loose.
The confrontation was videotaped from a TV helicopter after a car chase through city streets Monday night. The tape shows about a dozen officers pulling the 3 men out of their car. The men are kicked and punched repeatedly, while one also appears to be struck with a baton. Police say the 3 suspects...
Now y'all probably wondering what the hell this got to do with North Philly versus Chester, and how the hell did y'all get to Michigan? Bear with me, y'all, I got y'all. Floyd was caught 8 days later in the Southwest Philadelphia crack house. Both him and Warner received life sentences for their roles in the 2008 slaying. Now, what makes this particular police slaying so interesting is that what separates it is these particular individuals that committed this crime allegedly were all 3 on parole. Kane broke out the halfway house to use. You know what I'm saying? Warner and Floyd, they were on parole. All these bulls was just recently released from the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. So this put a lot of scrutiny on not only Philadelphia city officials, but it put a lot of scrutiny on the Pennsylvania Department of Parole. You know what I'm saying? Because the public was wondering why y'all keep releasing these bulls that's coming out here and killing cops. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So in an already overpopulated Philadelphia jail system at the time, you know what I'm saying? It just put a lot of strain on the Philadelphia judicial system, you know what I'm saying, to act fast and do something, you know what I'm saying? Philly already has a vast prison system. You got CF, you got RCF for the women, you got PIC, you got House of Corrections, you got DC at the time, you got ASD, Triple C's, University City. It's a bunch of county jails in Philadelphia to house inmates already. And around this time, this just made stuff super duper overpopulated, because in response to all these cop killings, the Pennsylvania Department of Parole, they decided to stop pre-release and to halt parole altogether for a short period of time. Now, pre-release is when you are eligible to be released. Depending on your crime, you can get released 18 months before your minimum. So let's say you got 5 to 10. Let's say you got a 5 to 10 years. When pre-release was around, you could get out in you know what I'm saying, in 3.5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then you will see the parole board from the street. So you'll be in a halfway house. You still a ward of the state. You just doing your time from the streets. So when your 5 years come around, you still got to see the parole board to get parole. You just seeing a parole board from the streets. Once all these cop killings start happening with these people that's on parole, they shut parole down and they stopped pre-release altogether. Pre-release ain't been back since. This was in 2000. They stopped this in like 2009. You know what I'm saying? So during that time period, though, where they stopped parole and they stopped pre-release, they never stopped locking niggas up. You know what I'm saying? They never stopped sending
bringing
niggas
that back
upstate.
now. That's
So
what I
the
was
jails
talking about,
was
that pre-release.
heavily overpopulated. You know what I'm
Think
saying?
down south,
Heavily
like down there. That's where the parole was
overpopulated,
at. And I was
and
listening to.
yeah, that's what kind of leads us into how we end up getting to Michigan and Virginia, because they were shipping people off to Virginia at the time also. So at this time, I had been locked up for about maybe going on like a year and a half. During the whole Eric Floyd and Howard Kane, when they killed the cop up ShopRite, I was already booked. I bumped into Eric Floyd down CFC. They had him in the hole. I was on A12 before I went upstairs to A24 or whatever. So I was in the county with these fools. So I was already locked up. I got locked up December 2007. I ended up going upstate January 2009. Gratisford, Campbell, and then I got to my home jail, which was Fayette, in Friday, June 6, 2009. That's when I got up Fayette. I stayed up Fayette all the way up until I went to Michigan, which was March 10th of 11th on 2010. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I'm already upstate, you know what I'm saying? I'm gelling or whatever. So, y'all gotta understand, PA, the jails in PA is strict. I was up SCI Fayette. SCI Fayette is not an easy stop. It's a rough stop, super max. A lot of people got life up there. I got crazy football numbers. Everybody I walked with had way more time than me. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was up there doing numbers for real. You feel me? Niggas getting stabbed in that joint every day. Anything you could think of that go on in prison, it happens at SCI Fayette. I done seen it all up that joint, bro. Everything. You feel me? It was not an easy jail to be at all, especially if you're from Philadelphia too, because you way out in the mountains. SCI Fayette is in western Pennsylvania. You 6-7 hours away if you coming from the eastern PA, from this side of the state. You know what I'm saying? So it's a long distance for your family to travel to come see you, X, Y, and Z. I'm gelling though. You know what I'm saying? I still got 6-7 years left on my bed, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm starting to get dug in, going through my jail motions or whatever now. I was on C block when I left. You know what I'm saying? When they end up shipping me. Now my cellie at the time, you know what I'm saying? Show y'all how I got up Michigan. So my cellie or whatever. Matter of fact, it started the night before. So when you in the jails or whatever, you hear the rumors. So we was hearing the rumors that they was Gary start shipping people to Michigan and Virginia. We had been hearing it for a couple months, but nothing never came out of it. So, you know, niggas is just going about their bed or whatever. So in PA, each jail operates a tad bit differently. Like, for instance, up Fayette, you lock down at like 8:30 at night. 8:35 is done for the night. But at Gratisford, depending on where you at, it might be outside in OSU, we didn't lock down till 10. So each jail locked down a little bit differently or whatever. But up Fayette, we was locking down at 8:30 now. Prior to that, though, prior to lockdown, the night before I got shipped out, though, I had a basketball game. Now, we called a particular basketball game that I was playing in, it's called the Dirty Game. Because you go to the basketball game at about 7:30. You know what I'm saying? 7:20 or 7:30. But when you get back to the block, it's like 8:20, 8:30. You don't have no time to take no shower. So we call it the Dirty Game. You gotta go inside your cell. You gotta wash up in the sink.
Hear that, youngsters? The Dirty Game.
Dirty Game that night or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm coming back from the game, I'm trying to hurry up and get back to the block, because there is ways to finagle the shower. If you hurry up and get back and there's people already in there, you can hurry up, wash off real quick. It's better than washing off in your cell or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Because I got an office a lot, and I don't like offering a lot all sweaty and dirty and stuff like that. I want to be clean when I pray or whatever at night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hurry up and get back to the block that particular night or whatever. My man Budo from North, he was on A block. I'm on C block at the time. He stopped me like, yo, you know they got some buses out there. They shipping niggas out Michigan in the morning. I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah. I'm like, but I had been hearing this, so it wasn't really, you know what I mean? It was just jail talk. Plus, I'm trying to hurry up and get back to the block. Boom, I missed the shower, whatever. I get back to the block, wash up in my cell, pray, You know what I'm saying? Bed for the night, go to sleep. Now my celly, some fat young boy named Twan, he from North. So I wonder what happened to Twan. I ain't seen Twan and I ain't heard from Twan since he left. But some young boy though, his name was Twan, he was my celly, he worked in the kitchen in the morning. So the morning workers, the morning kitchen workers, they hit them doors early for them. They be out, they leave out to go to work like 5 o'clock. I be sleeping in the morning. You know what I'm saying? By the time I wake up in the morning, he already gone. I get up, pray, going about my day or whatever. This particular morning when I wake up though, he's still there. He's standing on the door. I'm like, what's going on? He like, man, they been taking niggas off the block all morning. He like, I don't know what they taking niggas off the block for. I'm like, yeah. When I get up, whatever, wash my face and all that, pray, get back, get on the door with him. I mean, we looking trying to see what's going on. Niggas ain't really screaming through the door because they got guards and all that on the block, so we don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So boom, a sergeant and 2 guards. And they go around the bench of my man Reef cell. He from West Philly. Shout out Reef. He got life. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. They go to his cell. He was in there with TY. So they pull him out his cell, take him down, handcuff him, take him downstairs. So we don't know what's. I'm thinking it's some type of jailhouse investigation. All types of stuff be going on, especially up there at that time. So when they bring him back, he look in the cell. He look at my cell. He's shaking his head. Look me right in my eyes, shaking his head like, damn. So they put him back in the cell. Right when they put him back in the cell, he called me like, yo, Tut. So I'm like, yeah. But as he calling me, because our cells wasn't that far apart, the guard walked around to my cell, some young boy. You know what I'm saying? He be playing around a lot. Some guard, the white boy, he was cool. He just played a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he like, Harris, go ahead, slide your ID under the door. I'm like, yeah, for what? He like, man, what's going to be all right? Just slide your ID. So I'm thinking he playing. So the sergeant come around with the other guard. They like, yo, slide your ID out. Huh? So I'm the fuck. Slide my ID under the door. They open up the little bean slot. You know what I'm saying? Each door got a little slot where they could stick food and shit at it if you lock down or whatever. And the handcuff, you know what I'm saying? They cuff up. They stick your hands through cuff up. I cuff up, they hit the door. Boom. Take me downstairs to the B side. Each block is divided into 2. On Fayette, each block is divided into 2 sides. You got the A side, you got the B side. Each side got 64 cells. 2 men to a cell. Not everybody got a cellie though. A lot of people got what they call the Z codes. Z codes is where you can't get no cellie. And this coming straight from Harrisburg. They not putting nobody in your cell with you because you might be a threat or you might be weak. You know what I'm saying? Something might have happened to you already and they responsible. Like, let's say somebody raped you in jail. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You could sue the state behind that.
No Diddy. It is Diddy.
Protect you in them joints. So if anything happens to you in them joints, you actually could sue the state or you might be raping niggas in that joint. They like, we ain't putting nobody in there with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas got Z codes and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you want your Z code though. You don't want to be in a cell with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in there by yourself. Most cases or whatever. So anyways, take me downstairs to the B side to the unit manager. You know what I'm saying? So the unit manager like, yeah, Mr. Harris, you have been drafted to participate in the Michigan program. It is non-optional. Hand me this letter. Everything I'm telling you say on the letter. Like, you will be going, you packing up today, you're going to be leaving out in the morning. This, that, and the third. You meet the criteria to fit the program. I'm like, huh? Michigan. So in my mind, I'm sick. I'm like, Michigan, I've been down a little over 2 years at the time. So I'm hot. Like, ain't nothing going how I envisioned it. You know what I'm saying? This whole bid, you feel me? Once I came to grips that I was going to be locked in, I was going to be booked in, I'm thinking, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to just do this little bid up, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. I had a 6 and I had the 15 that really turned to 8 to 16. You know what I'm saying? Based on all my cases, they ain't credit some of my time. My time ain't start. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Then, before that, I done ran through 2 lawyers fighting this case down in the county. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Gerald Stein, that was my lawyer. He was supposed to give me house arrest, so pre-trial house arrest. You know what I'm saying? I was going down Texas, I was going to run. You know, I was running out of money in jail because I done paid him. You know what I'm saying? My rappy done turned state on me right at trial, basically. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go up there and pick 12. Young boys start telling. My deal go up to a 30 to 60. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to roof me. You feel me? Ain't nothing going my way. I end up getting a 6 and a half to 15 out of this shit. You feel me? Stein, fuck you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I'm like, now I gotta go to Michigan? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all talking about? Or they take me back to the block. I'm packing up, telling my celly what's going on. They go a couple cells down. They grab my man Maul. Now, Maul, he from North. This is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Maul, 13th and Indy. Maul home now. You know what I'm saying? They just grabbing niggas off the block. You know what I'm saying? But not just our block, though. They grabbing niggas from all over the jail. They grabbing niggas from the A side, the B side, the A side and B side, the C block, the A side. Like, every block, they grabbing somebody off of or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? So, we don't all know who's going to Michigan with us until we kind of all down R&D and then in passing, because they got the jail locked down because they get ready to do a mass transfer for everybody, so everybody locked down for the day. You know what I'm saying? They only letting us out to take our stuff down to the cafeteria where they can search it and then pack it up and ship it out. And we got to go to commissary before we left too. They let us get our bag. Now, a key thing about this was in Pennsylvania, at that time, you could buy tobacco, Newports, Kites, Cool Marlboros, Dip, whatever it is that you know what I'm saying, that you do, you could buy it in PA at that time. You know what I'm saying? Now they don't sell it, you gotta sell a vapes. But they was telling us that we was going to a non-smoking jail, so we couldn't take none of our kites and stuff with us. But niggas still managed to smuggle a bunch of tobacco and stuff up there, and this is important. You know what I'm saying? I smuggled a bunch of tobacco in my boots. I swallowed a couple balloons, you know what I'm saying? No diddy. I did a lot of stuff to get that. I got my tobacco up there, you know what I'm saying? But everybody did, and that's important.
You had to
Remember
do
that.
Diddy
So,
to get it up there.
as we packing up, though, you seeing people from different blocks that's going down there. So you seeing people are like,
You had to do Diddy to get it up there.
Down there. So as I got back to the block, I started feeling better about it. Like, man, I still got 6-7 years left anyway. It don't matter where I'm in jail. Like, I'm in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in prison. So, you know what I mean? Niggas is big. We locked down. Everybody on the door like, damn, baby, they taking my boy. This, that, and the third. Yo, when you get up there, all that good shit. They come get us like 2-3 in the morning, take everybody down R&D. That's where everybody leaving from or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, the Pennsylvania guards, they take us from Fayette to Albion. Albion is up in like Erie, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? It's the furthest stop on the map as far as prisons go. You know what I'm saying? You can see, you get Canada channels and all that shit up there. And then from Albion, the Department of Michigan came and got us. You know what I'm saying? So, from Fayette to Albion, it's like a 4-hour ride, you know what I'm saying? And then from Albion to Michigan, it took us like 10, 11 hours or whatever. We stopped a couple times to eat and shit like that. Now, when you getting transferred in the state of Pennsylvania, you get transferred. The way they transfer you is they got this little black box. You know what I'm saying? They got a little black box, and through the black box is a handcuff. So you shackled up like this, and then through that little other black box is a chain that wrap around your waist, go down to your ankles, and you shackled at the ankles too. So you shackle like this, ride like a retard. You ride like this for however long you got to ride for, wherever you going. You know what I'm saying? So our case, it was 4 hours. We had to go up Albion. So then when you get off Albion, they took us off the bus, put us at Albion. Michigan came a couple minutes later to grab us. When you get shackled up in Michigan, though, it's different. They shackle you up on your sides, chain around your waist, and both your hands is like chained to your side or whatever. We had to ride like this for 10, 11 hours. You got to eat like this, everything. They don't unshackle you. You know what I'm saying? So on our way up Michigan, we bit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody bit now. We all like, you know what I'm saying? Most of us is from... Now, that particular jail, Fayette, when you upstate in PA, you're going to be upstate with niggas from all over. You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, York, Chester, South Philly, everywhere you could think of in Pennsylvania, New York, anywhere you could think of, you're going to be locked up with a lot of niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying, from all over or whatever. So, but we all kind of sticking together because we don't know what we walking into. You know what I'm saying? We all going to a new jail out of state, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't want to be there. Some of us don't care, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas that they sent up here, what they wasn't supposed to send, they sent a bunch of lifers, people that been down 20, 30 years, people that got a bunch of time to go. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't how they were supposed to. They were supposed to be sending niggas up there. PA did some crafty stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is a level 0 type jail. It's a real minimum security type jail. They wasn't supposed to send hardcore criminals up there. The criteria that they said that if you fit the criteria to go up there, you had to have a certain amount of time left on your sentence. You had to not been quote unquote getting visits regularly, and you can't have no court cases because they can't be shipping you back and forth from Michigan to you know what I'm saying? You can't have no open legal proceedings, stuff like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. PA sent all they problematic inmates up here. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? They sent all the niggas they was having problems with that was in population anyway up to this joint. So for the most part, the niggas that I was rocking with, and that's very integral to the story, is my man Trez, he from West Philly. My man Maul, of course, he from North. My man Tone, he from West Philly. And I might do a separate video on Tone. Tone also had a cop shooting. The cop didn't die. But it's very, very important. Tone got a real unique story, man. Shout out my guy Antonio Coulter, bro. That's my guy. And then we had a few, and then some niggas we ran into later on and shit. My man, a couple of my other boys or whatever. We gonna get into that though. So boom, we got about 3-4 hours left. I gotta pee. I gotta use the bathroom. So it's hard to piss like shackled at your waist on a moving bus. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really trying to use the bathroom. Each bus got a bathroom. We went up there like 3-4 buses deep. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta pee. So the whole way, like the last couple hours, I gotta piss. So when we finally make it up to the jail, MCI Muskegon is the jail that they sent us to in Muskegon, Michigan or whatever. I'm the first person off the bus, any bus. I'm the first one because I gotta pee. I'm pushing my way to the front. I gotta get out of there. I gotta piss. They unshack me. I go in. I pee. So I'm the very first person. I got a bet too, and I got a bet with somebody. I'm the very first person from Fayette. You know what I'm saying? To step foot inside the MCI Muskegon at that time or whatever. Now, unbeknownst to us, we don't know that other jails is already up there. So Fayette wasn't the only jail that got shipped up there. How they did it was, if you was locked up on the western side of the state, you went to Michigan. If you was locked up on the eastern side of the state, you went to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? If you fit the criteria, and they were shipping you. So all the western PA jails end up going up to Michigan or whatever. You got Fayette, Somerset, Laurel Highlands, Greensburg, Western when it was open, Huntington, Housedale, all the jails on the west side of the state. You know what I'm saying? So when we got up there, it was already a couple other jails up there. We didn't even know it though yet. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. When you transfer from any jail or you enter in a new jail, it's usually gonna take it's a process. It's not no get off the bus, go straight to your cell. Hell no. It's usually a long process too, depending on how many people you got transferred with, and just how the jail operations run in general, whatever. But we got there kind of late. We got there probably about 7, 8 o'clock. They was still serving. They was waiting on us to get there so they could finish serving dinner because they had to feed us. You know what I'm saying? They got to give you 3 hots every day. So, boom. I like I said, I had to use the bathroom. I used the bathroom and I start going through the process. You got to see the psychologist and medical. You got to go through all this different stuff before you get to your block. Now, in Pennsylvania, they got something called receiving and discharge. Every jail got something called receiving and discharge. Receiving and discharge is just what it sounds like, where you leave and where you come in at type shit. You know what I'm saying? No diddy. But it's a lot of other stuff that go on down there, like property. Like if you getting some property shipped into the jail, you got to go down there and get it. You want to ship some property out, you got to go down there and get it. They usually have like brand new t-shirts and drawers and browns and stuff like that, hats and shit like that down there. A lot of contraband comes through receiving and discharging because that's the key from in and off the streets. So receiving and discharging is a very integral part of each jail for the underworld side and just the total operations of the jail in general. But in Michigan, they don't call it receiving and discharging. They call it the quartermasters. You know what I'm saying? So this is where you got to go through to do everything I just named, you know what I'm saying, in Michigan or whatever. So I'm coming through the quartermasters. This the last stop. This is where you go get your clothes and all that shit at. Now in PA, you wear all brown. All brown. Brown shirt, brown pants, brown boots, brown sweatpants, brown shorts, brown long sleeve, brown spring jacket, brown winter jacket. And Michigan is different. You wear blue, and they got like a little orange stripe down the side of it with a little orange hat and all that. You know what I'm saying? A little crazy. So I'm in the quartermasters getting my stuff. Now, inside the quartermasters, listen to this, y'all. This is important. Inside the quartermasters, everything is chain link fenced off. You know what I'm saying? And they got the inmates behind one side of the chain link fence, and they sliding your stuff through this little slot. You know what I'm saying? You walk down to the next person, he'll slide you with size already slide you that, slide you that. You know what I'm saying? Change it to your stuff, boom, you all that. But as soon as I walked into the quartermasters, though, the first thing that stuck out to me was like, yo, this joint raggedy as shit. I'm looking around, it's big ass chunks of this motherfucking fence missing all over this joint. Like this joint, I'm talking about big ass chunks missing out this joint. This joint raggedy in the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I get all my shit, I slide to the block. Now I'm the first person from Fayette off the bus, and I'm the first person on 3 block. This was the block that majority of us was on, that came from Fayette. I'm the very first person on the block. So when you walk on the block, they already had a bunch of counselors and unit managers and shit in there to talk to you, whatever. So I had to go in there and talk to them, like, what's your name? give them my name and all that shit. They asked me who you want to be in the cell with. So I'm like, damn, they give you get the option of, you know what I'm saying, right here, right now. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, put me in this, me and my man Maul. So like, all right, bet. Go with her, you gotta go eat. So first they walked me down to my cell. At least that's what I thought it was called. You know what I'm saying? So the guard, she opened the door, take me in there, turn around, she's like, the cafeteria over there. Hand me my key. She hand me the key to the cell. Give it to me. She like, go eat. Boom. Slide off, because people were starting to come on the block behind me. They got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that they got a process or whatever. So I'm standing there for them.
Oh, so I leave. I'm walking to the cafeteria, telling niggas like, yo, this doing crazy. Them cells small as shit, because the cells was real small. So I'm like, yo, them cells small as shit in there. X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third. I'm telling like, yo, they gave me the key to this door. I don't know if it was a mistake. Like, I was really confused by this key situation at first, you know what I'm saying? So, I go to the quote-unquote chow hall. That's what we call it in PA, but in Michigan, that ain't what it's called. That shit looked like a hospital cafeteria. The food was hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? The food, some shit was way better than PA. Come back to the block, you know, everybody starting to file in, niggas is leaving, coming from the child, going to child, you know what I'm saying? So we finally get on the block once everybody there. We had this big ass block meeting with the COs and the guards and all that shit, and the unit managers, they just telling us how the next couple of days gonna go to process and all that shit. They like, all right, y'all out. Now, like I said, in PA, you locked down at like 8:30. And up here, we wasn't locking down to like 11, like 12:30 on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you not really locked down because you get the key to your cell. So the doors, they lock automatically when you. It's like a regular house door, except for they just lock automatically when you shut them. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no bathrooms in your cell. So it's 2 community bathrooms, one upstairs, one downstairs, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Each bathroom got about 6-7 stalls in there, or whatever, and everybody got to share these little 14 stalls. So hundreds of people on this block, you know what I'm saying? So you able to leave in and out your cell whenever you feel like. You wake up 2:36 in the morning, just walk out your cell. So all types of shit used to be going on in these bathrooms, all types of, and then it's like, niggas, as long as you wasn't drawn, you could still be moving around. Like, and they got night workers, like niggas is still going to the microwave, all type, going to vending machine, swiping shit. I'm gonna get to all this shit. So we wasn't never really locked down at this joint. We coming from somewhere where you locked down 8:30, prison. Them doors shut. They shut. They ain't letting them open. Them doors ain't open until they buzz them doors open for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we all, mind you, we all then inside your little suite, the window opens straight up like a regular window. You just climb right out that motherfucker and just be out. You know what I'm saying? It's one fence surrounding this whole jail. This is a level 0 jail. That's how I thought it was going. And I thought somebody was going to break out. You know, niggas tried, but I'm going to get to that too. So the whole job, we all like, yo, mind you, they sending niggas up here that been down 20, 30 years. Niggas that ain't never, you know what I'm saying, they ain't seen certain shit in years. So a few things overwhelmingly that stood out for me, besides all the things that I mentioned at first. The first thing was the guards. It's all black females up this joint. The ratio was like 80% females, 20% men, and they all black, and they was fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was, Philly niggas come with a different type of aura, a different type of swag that they ain't seen out Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. You know what I mean? Shout out to Michigan though. And we not in the jail with Michigan niggas. It's all, they cleared the jail just to put PA inmates in this joint. So it's all us. It's just Michigan guards that's housing us. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing. And they was giving up rhythm. Like, especially when we first got up there, but some nut ass Pittsburgh boy ended up telling on one of the guards he was, anyways. So that was one of the first things that over. And then just how loose and open the jail was. But I didn't realize how loose and open it was until the next couple days. So boom, the next morning or whatever, we get up, niggas go to breakfast, we eat, we come back to the block. Niggas ain't, nobody got their property yet, because it was late when we got in there. So they like, today was the day we was supposed to go get our property. So everybody went and got our property. They didn't search none of our property. They just gave it to us. You know what I mean? So whatever you got out of whatever jail you came from, you got it in there. You could have got a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even search it. So I'm like, damn, I swallowed all this tobacco. I got all this tobacco stuffed in my staples. I could have tucked this shit in my tea. I could have did a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? So get back to the block. Niggas pulling, you know, Philly niggas, most of us is Muslim. So we gotta, when you locked up, you gotta pray inside your cell for the most part. So we like to keep that area clean. Philly niggas in jails, some of the most, especially the Muslims, are some of the most neat, organized, cleanest people you gonna meet for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get our cells and shit together, cause the cells is way smaller. And everybody coming down there with a lot of stuff, especially them old heads that been down 20, 30 years. They got a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all trying to figure it out. You feel me? So during the midst of all that, you know, the jail open though. Like, you can leave off your block, just walk right off, no nothing, just walk, literally just walk right out the front door and just go to the yard. I don't want to be in the yard. No, come back from the yard. Oh, I want to go back to the yard. Go back to the yard. Like, oh, I want to go on this block. Just walk on that block. You know what I'm saying? Go to your man's cell. You know what I'm saying? Just be in there chilling with your man till count. Falling back, y'all in there smoking, doing whatever. The windows open straight up. It's all types. So the jail's super loose. We coming from where this shit is contained, restricted movement. You gotta walk through 9 gates to get where you going. Yo, to leave off your block in Fayette to go to Chow, 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5, 6, 7. You gotta go through 7. You gotta go to 6, possibly 7 gates. You gotta get buzzed through 6, possibly 7 gates, including your cell door, to leave from your cell to go eat. Up here, ain't nothing locked. You know what I'm saying? Only thing locked is the front door. You feel me? You just walking wherever you want, the front door of your cell, and if you got the key to your cell. So we not used to this at all, y'all. We ain't used to this shit at all, these hardcore criminals. So niggas is trying to adjust everybody bid. We like, yo, this joint all right. They give you this little credit card with all your money on there. You know what I'm saying? You got all your bread on a little credit card, like, and you just go swipe the vending machine, get what you want out of there. That end up becoming a problem. Like certain hot commodities in the vending machine, whenever they was the people will come hurry up and restock them, somebody will be waiting. They'll go just take all the sunflower seeds out them Jones. You know what I'm saying? Now they got all the sunflower seeds. They trying to sell them to niggas on the block. Niggas would go to another block, take all they sunflower seeds. You know what I'm saying? It was all types of goofy shit going on up this joint, y'all. Wait till we get to part 2, but I'm about to give y'all a little bit though. So, boom. They call lunch. Now, this one I